Welcome back to our series on the Carnival Dream.
We're going to do the top 10 countdown of the things we enjoyed from the sailing. This list is comprised from a few things from my favorites, a few things from Brandy's favorites. Overall, we pretty much agreed where they should be ranked. So we'll start with number 10, and that's actually Brandy's.
Number 10 on our list was a whirlpool that was located in the corner of deck 11.
It makes the top 10 because it was kind of an odd placement during the day.
And in the evenings, not a lot of people knew where this was. It wasn't a high traffic area. So it was really easy to just have like a secluded, time or moment where you were just relaxing and decompressing from the full day of your vacation.
Now you'll find that on deck 11, midship. There's one on either side. Again, if you can find that at night, enjoy it. Just have to head up the stairs from Lido and enjoy.
Yeah.
So number 9 on our list is the gingerbread house that the crew had made for their holiday celebrations. Now we departed this cruise on December 26th, which means that all the Christmas decorations, all the Hanukkah decorations, all the holiday decorations were still up, and they were up for most of the cruise. They started taking them down right towards the end, but what they did keep up for the entire cruise was the large gingerbread house. And you can see here, it's quite detailed, very intricate.
Yeah, the staff really did a wonderful job of creating a little, winter wonderland out of this gingerbread and icing and cake. And each time we walked by that area, we stopped and took another look just to see what else.
and take a gander at it. So we really enjoyed that. So if you are sailing during the holiday seasons, you'll be able to enjoy that on any ship. It's not exclusive to the Carnival Dream.
It was really nice to have that holiday touch and just appreciate all the detail that they had put into that artwork. Number 8 on our list is the free champagne for the New Year's Eve cruise. So on embarkation, on the Lido, before sail away, they're passing out free champagne.
A little warm.
A little warm, granted, but it's free. And then on New Year's Eve, during the mega deck party, they again were passing out free champagne all night long. After the deck party, everyone moved into the nightclub, those that were still partying on the new year, and the free champagne continued into the nightclub. So it was just a nice touch, champagne flowing throughout the cruise at no additional cost.
Yeah, not the best champagne in the world, but it's free champagne, so.
Yeah. So number 7 was also one of the things that was pretty high on my list, and it was cruise director Dion's dance moves. He was incredibly creative and putting a new twist and spin on those traditional dances like the Cupid Shuffle or the electric slide. He really changed up the dance moves. He changed up, kind of the lyric and the feel of the dance. He had some new dances in there that I had never done before.
And he had the energy of about 10 people, which I think really kind of got everybody on their feet.
I danced more on this cruise than I have on any of the past ones, and it's probably a lot attributed to Dion and his ability to make you want to dance and to customize the dances a little bit. So everyone's learning a new dance, so you don't feel like you don't know how to do the moves just because you're not maybe the best dancer. Cruise directors can obviously have their pluses and minuses in different areas, and so if you love to dance and Dion's on your ship, you're in luck, because that is going to be a highlight of all of his activities. So props to him for making that a fun experience.
Number 6 was the art and decor around the ship. It was really unique, true to its name, the Dream. A lot of it was kind of out there and whimsical.
When you were turning a corner and you had to double take at the art that was on the wall because it was so just unique and funky. And again, I hadn't seen that, on our prior sailings.
When we were kind of looking at booking this ship, we felt like it was kind of gaudy and we were like, oh, but when you're actually on the ship, it melds so well together. It's really beautiful.
You'll always see the large artwork in the stairwells when 2 floors meet. There's some really weird stuff in the forward stairwell, the mid stairwell, and the aft stairwell. So make sure you try to use all of those. Don't just take the elevators. There's a lot of just really out there stuff, and it was a highlight for sure. That's why it's so high on this list. So we're halfway through our list. Before we go 5 through 1, we want to remind you, if you haven't already, jump down and hit that like button. Smash it if you can. because every like helps us out here at the channel. We've gotten up to 400 subscribers plus and counting. Thank you to each and every one of you. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do. We're going to be wrapping up our Dream series here, but very quickly, we're going to be doing a Carnival Valor solo cruise.
With this guy.
With yours truly. Gave it a try, had the opportunity, and got some interesting takes on that. So we'll present that to you very, very soon. But now on with the countdown.
All right, number 5 on our list was port breakfast. This is something that probably gets skipped a lot because of the hustle and bustle of trying to get to your excursions, but definitely take the time to go to the main dining room and enjoy the breakfast there.
You know, your options aren't limited to just the buffet and Blue Iguana Cantina up on the Lido deck. Down in the main dining room, you can go ahead and get a table for yourself. It's a different menu than the brunch menu. The port breakfast is available not only just in the port of calls that you're stopping in, but also on your disembarkation day. And actually on our last day, we didn't even think that we wanted to film stopping in to get that breakfast before we were about to leave the ship. And it was probably one of our best meals we had on the cruise, pound for pound. I only had smoked salmon and cream cheese and bagel and the baked apples, but oh, it was delicious. What'd you have?
I had avocado toast, which sounds pretty simple, but it was seasoned perfectly, the avocado.
Egg on top, right?
Yeah, a nice egg on top.
I don't know if it's poached or fried egg on top. Yeah, and it was just delicious. And I kind of regret that we didn't film it to add to the everything we ate video. Yeah, and we can't leave this one on the list without talking about the breakfast board that you had in Cozumel.
So yeah, I got the breakfast board and it was just like hard-boiled eggs, but then it came with like toast and this homemade butter and marmalade jam. That was delicious. It was just fresh and
pretty.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Presentation, yeah.
Yes.
Presentation points for sure. Yeah. So again, if you are in port, head down to the main dining room, grab a table down there and enjoy a freshly cooked warm breakfast. If you're on disembarkation day, have all your bags packed, leave them in your room, head down for 7:30 breakfast, and then go back up and grab your bags before you disembark, and again enjoy that one last meal with the delicious food and great wait staff that you have. Again, this is not exclusive to Carnival Dream, but we used it the most on this particular cruise than our past two before, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Number 4 on this list is, man, this should be higher, but
it was so hard.
If it's any higher, people might think we're alcoholics, but we're really not. So number 4 on this list is the favorite drinks that we found that we liked at the Alchemy Bar. Now we have a whole video on every single drink from the Alchemy Bar. And again, we go through and split the entire menu, 10 drinks for her, 10 drinks for me, in half. But we gave them all a try across the entire sailing. So check out that video if you haven't already. But from that, we determined probably our favorite drinks on the ship. And so that for me is going to be the Alchemist Sidecar, Hennessy Black Cognac. And again, it's just their take on a sidecar, and it's really delicious. I could drink it super fast. I ended up getting a couple more. I didn't discover it until the second to last day of the sailing, but I ended up getting a couple more before we left. And for Brandy, she found her a drink there too.
I did. It was the Martini Seduction. It was just perfect, light, fruity, amazing balance, and it definitely a drink that you can drink very quickly, so you might get into trouble.
You know it's good.
Definitely my new favorite drink across the ship, actually. That is the one that I would go seek out and get time and time again.
The Martini Seduction is pretty good. I'm gonna get it again for sure as well.
I won't get a sidecar. So number 3 on our list, surprisingly, is our room location on the Carnival Dream.
So we stayed on deck 6 in the middle of the ship, and we actually had a middle row of rooms that's only on deck 6. We talked about that in our room tour as well as our ship tour. But for the purposes of why this is so high on our list is because how quickly you can just get to the stairs. It's 5 doors down from where our particular room was. You get to those midship stairs, and right below you is all the action. You can head forward on the ship and get to the casino. If you head down the stairs and head aft. You've got Ocean Plaza, where you're definitely gonna be hanging out throughout the evenings of the cruise. And you know, behind that is all the other clubs and lounges that are on deck 5. So again, all that's right there. So if you need to run back up to your room for some reason, you're right in the middle of all the action at nighttime.
Yeah, and not only being close to the action, but I think the hallway noise was really limited because you don't have as many people obviously walking by your room consistently. So it was kind of nice, private, secluded area in terms of banks of rooms together.
Yeah.
Number 2 was dessert in the main dining room, specifically the double roasted pineapple. That was the best dessert I have had to date on Carnival. I'm not a chocolate fan, so if you love the melting chocolate cake, I'm sorry, but this was the absolute best. It was tart and sweet and crunchy and smooth. It was everything you could want in a dessert in the little package.
I'm a huge chocolate fan, and pound for pound, it is better tasting than the melting chocolate cake. It was better than Bitter and Blanc, which was also served on that same night. So you can see my face here as I'm tasting it for the first time back on the cruise. And I almost had to do, you know, a double take, like as if I was looking, because it tasted nothing like I would expect it to taste.
Definitely, if you love bitters and blocks, that's great, but order both desserts. Do not skip the double roasted pineapple. I think it's probably overlooked because it is that low-cal option.
That too, yeah.
But you have to get it. It does not feel like a low-calorie dessert at all.
Can't wait to get it again.
Yes.
All right, so number 1 on our list of our top 10 things that we enjoyed about our Carnival Dream cruise is the entertainment.
Yeah, hands down, I think this overall group of entertainers, performers were just really high caliber, extremely entertaining.
And this is not just the playlist production cast. In fact, we were actually probably a little bit unfortunate and didn't get to see them a whole lot. I believe either there was some COVID going on with them, or they had some equipment issues on some of the latter shows that ended up getting canceled. So unfortunately, we couldn't see a whole lot of them. But what they did have in place on one of the nights was a juggler. Now, hear us out here, because we made fun of them too. We're like, oh, it's just a juggler. We're not gonna go watch that. We ended up going just because we had time and you know, after dinner, and it was pretty funny. He did a great job, and it was hard for him to get the crowd really into him, because I think a lot of people have those reservations about a juggler, but he did a great job. We had Kirby, who was the solo guitarist, and he is really good.
No, this? What's I gonna say?
He's really good.
He really gets a lot of maybe some of like the 80s, 90s, and 2000 songs that you know, we kind of grew up on, and he's got a great arrangement for him, great voice, great guitar player.
Woo! Woo! There's Kirby.
Huh?
There's Kirby.
He was spot on, and just, I think, really humble and just so joyful too when he was on stage, just speaking with everyone. He was really delightful.
Nice job, Kirby.
We also really enjoyed Pius, who was also another solo steel drums, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what they're called? Yeah. He did the steel drums, but
he sang too.
He did. He sang. He had, again, great arrangements.
He's not playing a steel drum.
He's just singing and serenading me. I love him.
I think really kept everybody engaged, and he did a fantastic job as well.
Definitely enjoyed the comedy acts. There was 3 total on the ship, but we have to give a shout out to Ken Boyd. That guy is hilarious. If you board a ship and are scrolling through your Hub app and see that he has a show, highlight it, make sure you get there, and make sure you go to each one, because the way he interacts with the crowd and ties things from previous shows to new shows, it's fabulous. He was the star of the cruise for me. I didn't miss one of his shows.
That was probably the top entertainment we've experienced, and I don't think there was a show or an entertainer that we didn't enjoy and wish that we could like split our time and see more of them.
So that was our top 10 things that we enjoyed about our Carnival Dream cruise. Hopefully you got some knowledge out of this. If you're on an upcoming sailing on the Carnival Dream, hopefully you've also checked out all of our other videos from this series. This will be the second to last video we do publish from this series before we officially close the books on it, we always like to put together a blooper reel and just some bonus footage of stuff that couldn't really fit into any of our other videos. So we'll put that out next. If you enjoy our videos and you're not sailing on the Carnival Dream, thanks for watching. You've got a lot more in store for you. We've got sailings upcoming on the Carnival Valor, on the Carnival Vista, on the Carnival Celebration, on the Carnival Jubilee, and we're probably gonna throw some more in there because, yeah, we like to sail. We like to sail.
I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and we hope that you continue to come take a trip with us.